Welcome to our Kickapoo Bamboo workshop. This is going to be a instructional video to our people that are interested in our power mill. And we figured this is going to be a little easier to do than to write instructions down. So here we go. All right. The advantage of our power mill is that you can set your mill base to your taper, and you can bevel and taper at the same time. And usually we go to about 50 thousandths over your final mill dimension. Okay, in your box you will receive your power mill base, dust collection cone, the router base, aluminum wheels, sanding wheels, and a zip tie for your dust collection cone. Done. Okay, the first thing you'll need to do is to mount your router to the faceplate that we have provided for you. Now, everybody uses different routers, so that's why it's just a blank, and you're going to have to do the final fitting. All routers have a faceplate that is attached to it. When you buy it from the store, what you'll need to do is take that off and use that as a template. You need to drill your 4 holes for mounting your screws to the router. Make sure that you recess the screws down inside and you have the right orientation. So when you place this on your router, the slot is over on the left-hand side. Okay, a little word about your choice of router. We use the DeWalt battery operated router, and we recommend this over a cord just from the weight standpoint. We also recommend that you get a high capacity battery. This one's a 5 ampere, and that will give you a little more torque for your sanding wheels. All right, the next step is you're going to install your sanding wheels into your router. Now, every router is going to be a little different, so I'll just show you how we do it with a DeWalt. We will place the sanding wheel shaft all the way in and maybe come out about ½ an inch. And that's going to be different for different routers, so you're just going to have to play around with that. Okay, after you lock down your sanding wheel, we're going to put our collar back on, and it should be sticking out about 1 inch from your plate. All right, after you place your collar on, just make sure that you have enough play here that where you can adjust going forward and back. Okay, now you're going to mount your router onto the mill base using the 2 screws provided. And the next step is to do a centering of your wheels. You can use a straight edge, and you can look here. I'm turning our adjustment and go left and right. And I want to try to center the V right into the middle and then clamp it down. Okay, to make a final adjustment to the center of your wheel, you're going to bring the mill over to the hand mill base and center the wheel over the anvil using the fine adjustment on your router, going left and right. Okay, in order to do the final adjustment for your centering of your wheels, you're going to place a test strip on top using a butt roughing anvil and place your backstop, the 3rd hole from the end. All right, you're going to place the mill onto the anvil, and you're going to bottom out by turning clockwise all the way down, and then back off 5 rotations. And then using your wing nut as your gross adjustment, you're going to just lightly place the wheels down onto the test strip and then tighten it down. Okay, now you're going to lift up your router, turn it on, bring it down slowly, and stop. Lift it up, and you can see that it barely touched. Okay, now that we have our starting point set, we are going to turn the knob 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to measure the center. And we want to make sure this is lined up with the screw, the center of the screw, to about the center of your V. All right, you're going to use a couple of test strips in order to get yourself comfortable with this unit. So we placed a full-length test strip on our anvil, and we're going to start practicing with our unit. Make sure that your width is about 1/4 inch or so on your test strip. I would say at this point you want to attach your cone dust extraction to your unit, and you can do that by the screw that will thread into the front of your mill, and then use a zip tie on the back side. And then you're going to hook up your vacuum hose, and we recommend having a switch that's a remote, so you just turn it on when you're ready to go. Okay, start out by turning your knob so you're all the way down, right there, and back it off 5 full turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, on our first test pass, we're going to use my left hand to center the strip onto the anvil. Then I'm going to raise the mill up, turn it on. Okay, now that we've done our first pass, and you can notice there's a little V there, and we know that each turn is 50 thousandths, so we're going to turn this 1 full turn and take 50 thousandths off on our second turn. And just make sure you turn on your vacuum. Okay, we've measuring this, and we hit our number within the thousandths. Okay, after your final test strip, you want to adjust your hold down wheel. You can see here, this is a little bit loose. So what we need to do is loosen up these 4 screws, push it down a little bit, and make it enough so it is touching and springing up a little bit on your slot there. All right, after adjusting the screws and bringing the whole unit down a little bit, now this wheel is holding the piece down onto the anvil. All right, we finished this test strip. You may want to do 1 or 2 more just for you to be more comfortable. If you have any questions, you can email us and we'll be happy to help you out.